All right, what's going on, YouTube? Wanted to upload the weekly recap for the week of the 12th, the week of the 8th through the 12th. Just wanted to upload this weekly recap and kind of give a forecast for the next week. So I'm gonna start off on the daily time frame, and then I'm gonna break this up on the hourly and 15. And kind of some of the trades that we took this week as well. So, first things first. Yum, 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 yum. So, this week started off right here. Started off this candle, and as we kind of dig back into it, we understood that this candle was a little bit of Monday manipulation, right? Taking out this high right here and this high right here on the daily, right? Or attempting to, right? So it attempted to take out these highs, and it took out one high on the hourly. I'll break it down. On the hourly Monday, took out the highs from here and attempted to take out this high right here, but inevitably failed, which is okay. But it attempted to take out these highs. That's what we got on Monday. Monday, we got the down move, of course, right? And then Wednesday was news around, I believe, 8:30 that pushed price right above these highs, taking out these highs, of course, these highs, and clearing pretty much everything out to give that overall move to the downside. Now, I was looking because I remember I had mentioned this in one of these previous videos. Like I was expecting price to go down to fill in this imbalance. Um, so my bias was going to be bearish until it filled in this imbalance. I remember one of these videos I said that. I don't know which one because I looked back in the last weekly recap and it was something went wrong with the camera and it was on my other screen instead of the screen that I was displaying. So that's what happened on that case. But so I don't know if I got to get it out on that chart. But my whole weekly or daily bias for the week was just straight bearish, simply because I wanted to see this gap filled this week, and that's exactly what it did on Thursday. Now I took my trade, I believe, on Wednesday, but I'll get into that. Thursday, it did exactly that, filled in this imbalance beautifully, perfectly, right? And then Friday gave us even more of a downwards push. Now we can see to kind of completely finish that week off as a bearish week. Um, on the weekly time frame, yeah, bearish candle for sure. So seeing that on the daily, right? Seeing how the whole Monday manipulation thing, and this is kind of what I've kind of discovered through back testing with AUD USD. I'm not really sure with other pairs, but I know with AUD USD for sure that Monday, most of the times, and I'm talking a good maybe 60-70% of the times, Monday is actually like the setup for, it's like the accumulation process of the power of three on the weekly candle. Monday and a little bit of Tuesday, right? So that's why from now on I've made a rule to only trade Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I don't trade any other days. I don't trade Monday, Friday, or Sunday. I don't trade any of those days. I only trade Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday simply because that's when the most setup happens and the most high quality setups happen, right? And I learned that also from back testing as well. So now going down to the lower time frame, we're gonna put some makeup on this chart. Yeah, I only took one trade this week, and that was on Wednesday, May 10th. That's when I took a trade. But yeah, as you can see, kind of breaking down this week, right? And I wanted to take a trade Thursday, but man, I'll explain that, right? So Monday, got the push up. You know what I'm saying? The day ended with a high that wasn't broken until Wednesday, which apparently was also this high as well, right? So we really didn't get a real setup until Wednesday, being frankly honest with you, because this didn't break no lows, and this was the only time that the lows were broken, right? So Yum. So, looking at the weekly, as you can see, Tuesday, really nothing was forming until Wednesday, right? Wednesday London session, right? Because Tuesday we had, as you can see, an order block right here that I kind of wanted it to fill. If I look at on the 15-minute, it's also, hourly imbalance, of course. But it was an order block right here that I wanted it to hit during Tuesday morning session that it didn't hit, right? Because if it would have hit it during Tuesday morning session during this push, it would have broke these highs one, and then it would have hit right here, perfect, beautifully, and I'm a good 85% sure that it would have gave me a setup to continue going back down like it did here, right? But it didn't do that for me. It hit it around Wednesday London session, and I was hurt because I was like, dang, that's my setup right there. But I also kept in mind that, hey, we do have news around 8:30, so I also keep that on watch too as well, right? So it came up, it hit that, and also to mention it's a fair value gap on the 1 hour time frame. That was another confluence, right? Came up, hit that, and then it went, took out these lows, of course, right? News happened around 8:30. I'm gonna go back to the 15-minute candle on Wednesday. News happened 8:30, right? 8:30, big candle, and I remember because I had a breaker block set up here. I'm still trying to learn about breakers, so I'm getting more into it. But I thought I saw a breaker formation. I'm not sure if I did or not. Please let me know in the comment section. But what I kind of classify as a breaker was these last two down candles, because it had this high, it had this low, it had this high. It created a new low, and then it created a new high. And then it broke through this old low. So I was kind of expecting, okay, cool. If it returned back to here, I'm going to maybe pop an entry to catch it back down. But then I remembered we have news at 8:30. So this news may in fact give me the run that I'm looking above these highs. Oh, my bad. May in fact give me the run above these highs that I'm looking for. To be honest, frankly speaking, I only thought it was gonna run above this high, and I was perfectly fine with it. And I had took an entry here for a 0.25 lot to see right what was gonna happen. Didn't work out, right? Cool. It continued running up and it ran out these highs, right? So now the time is 9 on the dot, and this was a perfect, beautiful setup. I'm gonna go back down to the 5 minute. Really, honestly, it occurred on the 1 minute time frame because the 5 minute didn't show me anything. The 3 minute didn't show me anything. Like the nearest market structure shift would have been all the way down here. That didn't really show me nothing. But the 1 minute time frame showed me everything I needed to get into this entry. The 1 minute time frame gave me a beautiful setup, like textbook setup, right? After running out highs, it came down, formed a low, came up, formed another low, and then dropped. Completely broke this, and left a little fair value gap right here. I put a limit order right here, put the stops above the highs, and originally, right, I had TP down here, right, for the first move. That's what I would kind of like, okay, cool. I'm kind of expecting it to kind of level this whole thing out, right? That's what I was kind of looking for it to do, right? But I was like, listen, I'm going to go for the lowest hanging fruit, the easiest possible TP, which would have been right here, right below this right here. Two liquidity pools right here. This would have been the most easiest approach for me. So I took it right there, low hanging fruit in a discount, and it just completely, like, I had zero drawdown in this trade. And that is so beautiful because it's a really beautiful experience. You don't get to have it all the time. But when you have a trade where you have zero drawdown in it and it runs straight to TP, it feels it doesn't, not really too much of a feeling. It just, how am I kidding? It feels good, even though it doesn't happen all the time. And we can't expect it to happen every trade. It does have a pleasant feeling to it. So it was running. Right here, I closed 25%. Why? Well, one, overall reason, I wanted to, market made money available to me, so I wanted to take some out of it Just that simple. And two, it ran below these lows, so I was like, all right, cool. I feel like this is a valid point to take partials at, because just ran below a low. So I'm gonna take partials. Just collected any liquidity that was sitting here. I'm gonna take partials here. All right, I already pre-planned that, and then I also planned I was gonna take partials right here before this 1 minute order block right here. I wanted to take partials, filling in this gap. So then I have secured 50% of the trade, and now I left 50 on. So that means, oh, I also moved my stop to break even. So then that means no matter what, I'm getting out this trade, or I'm securing 50% of this trade, no matter what, right? So after that, I closed my charts and I went on about my day. And literally 15 minutes after, no, my bad, 3 minutes after, it went and it straightly obliterated my TP. And I was happy with that. I'm good with that. I got out. And of course, who wouldn't have loved to catch this whole move? But I don't need to catch this whole move to make money. This move right here gave me 6%. Why? It's just simple as that. I don't need to catch the whole move. That's what I'm realizing. Like, I don't need to make 6% per trade, 5% per trade. Like, I don't need to make not 5, 6%. I don't need to make um 6 times my risk every trade, 5 times my risk, 4 times my risk. Although those big risk to rewards are beautiful, it doesn't need to happen every time. And I was just perfectly comfortable with securing this, even though I had great, great intentions, or not great intentions. I had a great feeling or prediction that it was gonna at least fill in this imbalance right here. Maybe not run out these lows, but definitely fill this big imbalance that left here. And that's exactly what it did. Came and filled it out right here. Right, about 1 o'clock, filled it out. And then it went on about his day. Right? And then next day it just proceeded to drop even more. So now, going into the next day, I want to go into the 5 minute chart. Right? The next day, right? Looking at here, probably wondering what's going on here. Well, right here is a 15-minute imbalance. I had set this, smart this up, and I had clear distinction. Like clear distinction. That listen, if we get a run above these highs, it's gonna come in and at least try and fill in 50% of this imbalance, which it definitely did. Filled in a little bit more. It don't almost filled in 85% of it. So that's exactly what it did. And when this happened, right? 8:30, because I think it was news then too. It was like a high news, light news, right? I was like, beautiful. This is exactly what I want, right? Another setup. Problem is, this trade left me. I had a fair value gap here, right? I had a fair value gap here. Really should have been here. I had a fair value gap here, but going back down to the 1 minute time frame, I'm going to show you why I wasn't tagged into the trade. I wanted to get the best position possible. It's just me honestly speaking with you guys. That's why I missed another great setup. I already had the distinction that price was going to go down even on Thursday. I had that clear distinction. But I wanted to get the best possible setup instead of just getting the simple 3 minute fair value gap that definitely would have tagged me in here, right? And left me with another no drawdown trade, right? But hey, that's how life goes sometimes. And the reason why I kind of did that was, well, my stop loss was very, very high. If I put it right here, it would have been all the way up here. It would have been like a solid 12 pips, which really isn't too bad. But the problem is I didn't have no clear area where I thought this could go. Going on to 15, now looking back in hindsight, of course I do now, right? But going back on where I was looking at the time frame, if I was looking at it, it's not really saying too much. Like, we have a little bit of a fair value gap right here. Left me right here with a 1 to 25, right? and I certainly didn't think it was gonna come all the way down here, right? And especially not in one day. But yeah, it would have been nice. But I didn't catch the trade setup, and that's fine by me. But yeah, honestly speaking, if it had came to this fair value gap right here, or it came to my entry, I definitely would have taken the trade. But in since it did come to my entry, I just didn't take it. I wanted my stops way up here for a little bit of safety, I guess. Because I didn't want to put it down here, and then it's like, who knows really, right? Kind of wanted to put it up here. Kind of wanted to get a little bit of a higher entry up here, so I can just simply take profit here for a nice 1 to 2. It was a little higher. It was like up here almost. Yeah. So that's what I kind of wanted it to happen. Didn't happen. Perfectly fine. But I'm just glad that I'm seeing price action a little bit better now, right? So that week played out beautiful. One thing that I didn't take into account was that Friday was gonna drop. I came to the markets on Friday and I looked at it at 7. I was like, ew, what am I looking at, right? I was like, man, I I'm just gonna take this day off, cause I came to the market 7 here, and I was like, okay, I could set highs here, see what happens, right? Continue to take this down lower, but then I had like the thought that okay, cool, Friday usually be the day where kind of comes up from that lowest point, and right now it is in its lowest point for the week for sure. So I'm thinking, okay, I think it's time for it to retrace. Um, so I had a little bit of kind of bias for the buys just because of that. But instantly, man, I was like, yeah, you know what? I looked back. Most of my setups happened um Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Today's Friday. Although Friday really was, because I look back and could look back into my trading station, and although Friday was uh fortunately, I ain't gonna be able to see it. But Friday was usually one of my best days. So I was like, do I want to trade? Maybe if it comes and gives me most beautiful setup, but it didn't do that. So I just decided not to trade that day. So yeah, that's it for this week's recap. Now it's time to go into the forecast for next week. So, want to kind of remove all these lines from the chart because it can be a little tricky. All right, cool. So let's look at the daily again. So I have no idea why I have this here, so I'm going to delete that. So, what do I see happening here? Well, we took our highs here, right? And I see it Monday maybe retracing a little bit up, and this is what I see happening on Monday. Honestly speaking, I see Monday candle definitely retracing up to fill in some of this. I definitely see this. If it's is it gonna fill this all the way up? Who knows? If Monday can come up, I don't know. This is what I kind of going on. If Monday comes up and fill this in, I'm probably might be honest with you guys. My trade setup is probably either gonna happen Wednesday or Thursday. Reason why I believe that is because we have two imbalances here that price is going to look to fill, right? And then we also have a liquidity pool that's down here, and also a fair value gap that is also, or imbalance that is also down here as well, that it has been trying to fill for the last damn near 2 months, right? So, or well, attempting to fill, who knows, right? So this is what it could do. Monday can open up, and it can open up bearish, right? It can open up bearish, and it can continue this week's low move, right? To take out these lows and all of these buyers that's in here, right? Could do that to grab all that liquidity, right? Because liquidity is what move the markets. So, or that what kind of draws the algorithm to them, right? Liquidity. That's what kind of draws price. So, seeing that, I can see that this week I'm going to be kind of looking and studying to see if price either comes up big bullish or bearish. Monday is going to say a lot for me. If Monday closes a bearish candle and it takes out lows here, or it gets really close to taking out these lows here, I'm not going to be looking to sell at all. I'm going to wait until these lows get taken out. Simple. Or if Monday closes bearish and I'm not going to be selling any on Tuesday, I'm definitely not going to be selling. Tuesday, I'm going to be watching to see if it comes up and fills this imbalance, right? And then if Tuesday comes up and fills this imbalance, and then, okay, cool, I may look to take a short back down. Or my daily bias may definitely be confirmed as shorts to take it back down to here. If both of these imbalances get filled, I don't see that happening unless it's a major impactful news event. But if it does happen, then my bias is definitely solid. Still bearish until it takes out these lows. Just that simple. But if Monday opens bullish and fills this in, I would wait on Tuesday to see what Tuesday does. If Tuesday, when I come to the market, is a bearish candle, if Tuesday opens up bearish during London, yeah. If Monday comes up bullish, Tuesday is going to be a low risk day, and I'm going to see if it takes out any buy side liquidity on the hourly, and then I'll look for a setup. But I'll watch for Tuesday to see if Tuesday repeats and tries to come in and fill in this to at least 50%. So I want to see if 50% touch or 50% fill of this at least, which is just that's so beautiful. Is almost just below this candle's low. So that's what I would want to see Tuesday do. Like I said, I'm definitely not gonna take a setup until Wednesday or Thursday. But simple to clarify everything, because I am drawing this out way longer than it needs to be. Monday opens bullish and fills this in. Tuesday, I'll be waiting to see what it does. If Tuesday fills this in, then Wednesday I'll be selling. But if Tuesday comes and fills, or Tuesday ends bearish, Tuesday starts off pretty bearish and it takes out some buy side liquidity for me, then I'll definitely be patient. I might not even trade Tuesday, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my plan. Because Monday and Tuesday is gonna be kind of tricky on both ends, just like it was this week. But yeah, I'm going to probably skip Monday and Tuesday, and based off what Monday and Tuesday does, is gonna show me whether to buy or sit the week out. Honestly speaking, because I don't want Monday to close bearish all the way down here, and then Tuesday buys up. Like, nah, if that happens, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just not trading unless it fills in this. Like, if Monday closes bearish down here, and then Tuesday like Monday closes bearish down here, and then Tuesday right comes up and and fills this in as a big bullish candle, then I'll sell. I'll look for sales. But if Monday comes up and fills at least half this in, and then Tuesday wants to come up and, like, let's say Monday fills this in, right? And then Tuesday wants to come up and fill maybe this much in, then I'll feel really confident in the sell back down. But if Monday wants to go down like this, right? And then Tuesday wants to go up like this. Yeah, I'm waiting for D to fill in this one right here. Then I'll look this out. It's really based off of what Monday and Tuesday is doing. But I'm going to be looking to sell pretty much 85% of the times. The only way I won't be looking for a sell bias, or my bias won't be no longer sells, is if this happens on Monday. If that happens on Monday, right? Candle closes like that, right? To continue like that right there. I promise you, Tuesday is gonna probably try and come down like that, and then sweep all, and then sweep up like that, close. If that happens on Tuesday, my bias has changed. I'm no longer looking for sells. I'm looking for the buys to fill these two back up. Just that simple for me, guys. Just that simple for me. Without further to be said, peace and love. Hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon.